Thank you for your patience. Okay, so we finish this warm up right now. And we are going to okay, so with these, let's see what I can do here. You guys have the giggles. Let's try to keep it cool. What's that? You always, yeah. Dude, I'm glad you're happy. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to put this calculator on here. I think I could do it. Think I can.
Start. Really good.
Let's see if this will do it.
Is there a way to enter like X like a variable?
Yes, there is. Yeah, I'll show you in just a second.
So I could have it do the problem for me.
I'll show you how to do these. On
Okay. It's just right in the middle. So you, I guess you're above.
I'm studying the team. What I learned,
That's the world over. Like. It's like 12. And these 12 so can't. Yes, they're both the same.
Oh, okay, so I have that. That's not helpful. Okay, thank you for your patience. So, see, maybe I can do this. Okay, so from here, you have your calculator. You saw how to turn it on? Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the left side and the right side of that equation and enter them into the calculator separately. In order to do that, you have to know where to put them in. So you need to, after you're on the screen, you're gonna go to y equals. And I'm gonna clear that. If there's anything there, you go ahead and clear it. So everything on the left side, we're gonna plug in. Now, there's some things that are gonna be helpful to you. Are we all on the screen now? I just hit this y equals button here. It'd be helpful to type in a fraction, wouldn't it? To know how to type in a fraction instead of fractions.
No.
I'm going to show you how to plug in a fraction. It's actually really nice. Alpha and then this button next to it. Alpha and then x should give you a little. Does it give you a little empty fraction there? That doesn't happen for everyone. So I did alpha and then the number, the key next to the xt theta. Is that getting you there or?
I just got the X.
And you did alpha. Don't hold down the alpha.
Oh, wait, you're
You
just.
press alpha and then alpha and then X. Now, if that didn't work for you, did that not work for someone? And it's not working for you? Okay, so do this. I think it's alpha and then zoom, not zoom, alpha y equals
That's what you.
to get this.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Number to decimal, or my entity.
Yeah, so we're gonna do one and numerator over denominator. So that also gives us a option for this. So on the top of this fraction, we want to put 2x minus 1. So you know where the 2 is? Yeah, of course you know what 2 is. The x, however, do you know where that is?
Right next to it.
It's right next to
Alpha.
The alpha, right? We already hit that button. That's the X. That's the variable button. And then -1, of course. -1. Over, and then just arrow down 3. We just make sure your neighbor is okay getting there. So work that out.
Why do we have to Why do we have to press alpha?
That's to get to other functions, like the fraction function.
It was just Ben.
Should I do it again from the top? Okay, so I'm gonna hit alpha. Now, it's not like shift on a keyboard where you hold it down. It's alpha and then that button next to it. Now, some people that doesn't work, right? Because this is basically a computer. So if you have different operating system, it may be alpha and then y equals. That gives you a fraction menu. We want a numerator and denominator. Notice the second one is a mixed fraction or mixed number. Does that make sense? That that's the one we've mixed. This would be from alpha, and then there's like a hidden menu of fractions.
Thank you.
Sure. And once we're here to x, and remember x is right next to alpha, -1 over 3. And how do I finish doing the left side of this equation? And that's an arrow to the right. So I'm out of that. I'll do now minus. And guess what happens next?
I mean, the alpha.
Yeah, alpha. You gotta get that fraction. X -5 on the top. Over 6. And now we've done the left side of the equation. The right side we're going to do under y2. So I'm going to hit enter. And it takes me down to y2. And could you put the right side in y2? And again, just check in with your neighbor. If they may be lost, they may have missed a step.
So what are you doing? Oh. I just did a Zoom with the That's really right.
Yes,
That's not. I figured it out.
you got it. Oh, I need to do this now. Okay, so this is going to be x -3 over 4. These calculators are extremely powerful, and the more we use them, the more you're going to fall in love with them. They do some really cool things. I think it might even toast your bread if you know the right functions. Yeah, it's pretty intense. Okay, the question now is, how do we get the answer to this question? And we're going to graph it now. So I'm going to hit graph. I hope that now you're all getting your calculator from different places. Like mine went to a strange place. Like maybe yours looks like this too. This is not helpful at all. But do you see 2 lines on your?
Yeah.
It shouldn't look like this. This is terrible. So I'm going to do, yeah, perfect.
Yeah, mine.
So if yours look, I want to see that nice grid. How many of you see that nice X and Y axis on yours? You see that?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, if you don't see it, follow this. You're gonna zoom. This is only for people who don't see that nice X and Y. I'm gonna zoom and I'm gonna do standard, which goes 10 in each direction, which is what most of you are seeing. So I hit 6 to go directly to that. And I think this is gonna be exactly what many of you are saying. Jasira, yes.
What if I have any valid dimension?
Oh, then I think, yes, thank you. This happens every once in a while. Could you go to Y equals?
Yeah.
And is one of these highlighted at the top?
What two?
Yeah, could you go to that and hit enter to unhighlight it? Let's see how that works.
I'm good.
And graphs? Yay, okay. What we want to do is figure out the point of intersection. Yes. From that, we're just going to use the X value. So to find a point of intersection, I'm going to use this calc function that calculates different things. How am I going to get that blue? This is a trace button, but how do I get that blue? It is second. So second trace. And which one of these options do you think we're gonna use to find that point?
Five.
Probably 5, right? We want to find the intersection. Now, it's a computer, but it's kind of dumb. It's gonna, look what it's asking for. First curve. So basically it's asking for, which curves do you want me to find the intersection of, or which lines? Even though there are only 2, you're gonna have to, first curve, right now we are on Y1, so you hit enter. Second curve, Y2, hit enter. So now it knows these 2, and then we guess by moving the cursor. I'm gonna go over this one more time. And moving the cursor is just left and right, so I'm gonna say, okay, well, it's getting close to this. Okay, enter. So I'm gonna do that one more time. What do you think? I'll do it one more time. Okay, so I have my 2 graphs. I want to calculate the intersection, so I use that calc function. Calc. I don't want to find a 0, I want to find a maximum, I want to find where they intersect. So 5. Right now I'm just gonna, it always starts with Y1. So I'm gonna hit enter, second curve, enter. Guess my cursor is already near that intersection point. This is it, 5, 2. This is our answer, 5. I'm gonna give you a minute to discuss with your neighbor, make sure they were able to figure this out. You two talk first.
This might not be the point.
How does this answer the problem?
Oh.
The answer to the problem though is negative.
Are you sure?
I feel like, would we be able to do this on a test?
For like
It's a
example
calculator.
5,
Wow.
like if you do the algorithm, I got negative. It's gonna be,
Did I type it in wrong?
well, no, I'm just confused how
Five?
those 2 things end up being
No, you can't.
-5, -2.
Yeah, I went a little bit faster. We should have done algebraically first. So like something like this.
First you multiply by 12, right, to your fractions.
Gosh, what kind of crazy.
Is it 5, what? X 5, Y 2?
So,
Oh.
I forgot what it was.
2x minus 1 over
It
3.
seems like it's -5. A -5, I think I wrote 5. That should be -5.
So the answer to 2x minus 1 over 3 minus x minus 5 over 6.
I'll go over it algebraically to make sure.
So what I do is alpha equals.
To do this?
Yeah.
I'll help you in just a minute.
Yeah, I just don't have like the rate.
Wait, well, how do we? Like, what is this? Doesn't it say that? Oh, we plug it in.
You did very well.
We're supposed to be graphing.
Oh, I see. You,
But now it does.
you didn't hear my Zoom
Yeah,
stand.
but isn't it?
Oh,
So it's just like. Sure.
Are we supposed to draw this?
Seems weird to draw. You could try to draw this. It's so close. Yes.
Are we plugging in the values we got on here for,
No, that's our answer. X equals -5. That's it.
oh, so we're not solving it?
Well, this question does say to solve it algebraically and use a graphic calculator. We did the graphic calculator first.
Okay, and then,
Yeah, so if the question on the test just says to use a graphic calculator to solve this, we're done with the problem.
Yeah. So basically.
Okay, so I'm gonna give everyone a chance to make sure that they're getting this, that -5.
And do we draw the blue line or the red line?
Just
both.
wait, we're drawing it on here?
Is it saying -5?
So every single time and there's
What's
an
that?
X, or you just need a -5.
Oh, wait.
Second. We already know.
Yeah, I know.
We're tracing it, not trace, it's shift to trace.
Trust.
Just.
Well, then.
Second trace.
No.
Yeah, now it's.
You know.
Then. Okay. So you go to You press second.
I'm looking confused right now. How do we get?
You press
this?
second, right?
How do-
Yeah. And you press trace.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it
How do we
brings you all the
get
way
to,
down.
how do we get a graph?
And then it brings you to like a little.
We'll be graphic. Right now, it's not. It's where that we're looking about that. Coordinates.
You didn't stop.
What does that mean though? Like, how did we get two lines on a graph for this equation?
Because we made a y.
Because it's like that.
Oh.
And go to five.
Then you go to five.
You're right, this doesn't have extra ones.
No, but I was.
Just how do you know where it's gonna be? Just if it's just y equals two x minus two x plus 1/3.
I think it was.
You get that, like, you get the x value.
You okay?
So how do we know where it's gonna be?
You understand, like, we had, we
By
said
the way,
like.
plus a b value.
Yeah.
We saw the bullshit.
Value there. You can see it's and then it's a little complicated. You're asking to trust me for now. I'm struggling about two cents.
That's. So, bro, what?
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Well, you got to the morning.
So from this, you should have, right now, you should just have something that looks like this. Was everyone able to get that -5 on your calculator?
Yeah.
Okay.
-5.
You know, we already.
I thought it was -5 too.
I'm just looking for the x value.
Oh.
But you're right, if I'm actually looking for the full point of intersection, I don't know, I put a 4 there. -5, -2, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. 4 doesn't make any sense. We just care about the x value. Now, we haven't graphed any lines. I don't require you to know how to graph any line, even though I think many of you know how to graph y equals mx plus b. I think you're comfortable with that, maybe, or we. Hopefully you don't have terrible memories of y equals mx plus b. Hopefully your memories of that are decent. Horrible memories. Oh my gosh. Well, we'll have to make some good memories. But the point is, for now, you don't have to graph any lines. We're letting the calculator do that. We're just checking to see where the two lines intersect using that x value. Yes, it is.
Okay, so we can get this from the calculator.
Huh?
We can also get it mathematically.
Yes.
So which one are we gonna have to do on the test?
You have to be able to do
No.
both. Yeah. So let's do the other one. Let's do
We're not gonna be able to do this on the test.
Probably not. But this is just kind of also a way for you to get familiar with the calculator, to start getting familiar with it. But maybe I'll have a calculator section of the test, in which case you'll be able to do this. Ideally. And so I'd like to finish this,
Yeah, see why you.
because we have example 6 in just a second. Let's do this algebraically. So how do I do this?
Clear fraction.
We clear the denominators by using what magic number?
12.
Yeah, if I multiply by both sides by 12, that will clear all the denominators. And for those of you who are still struggling on using your calculator, after this, I'll work with you on that. So this times this. What happens with the 3's? It's 4 now,
X minus.
times 2x
8x.
minus 1
8x minus.
minus, oh, what just happened there? Focus, folks. This times this, the 6's cancel, leaving 2 times x minus 5 equals 3 times x minus 3. I hope that's clear what I did there. Are you able to solve it from here?
Yes.
No, let me stop you.
As far as I know, X equals -4.
Hopefully the answer is x equals -5, because otherwise something is amiss.
I didn't.
It's supposed to be negative.
It should be -5.
We
I don't-
plugged in with 5 and see.
No, no, challenge.
I agree.
Okay, so we have 8x minus 4 minus 2x plus 10 equals 3x minus 9. Is that right?
Plus.
Did I do that right? Let's start moving things around. No, we gotta simplify, so we get. I'm tired. Who can help me through this one?
You're gonna get 6x. 6x plus
6x plus 6 equals 3x minus 9.
Yeah.
So we get
Yeah, subtract. Six, sides, and subtract the wheels.
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah.
six.
So three x
Ah,
equals.
35 raised to x equals negative 15.
There we
Oh,
go.
negative 15, huh?
That's.
X equal, what a surprise, x equals negative 5. If they didn't match, that'd be a problem. Okay, I'm gonna give you some time to iron out any detail or any issues there. But once you're ready, go ahead and do example 6. I want you to be able to do that. Not algebraically, by the way. Yeah, example 6 should not be done algebraically.
So do we clear what we did in the?
Yes, clear what you did. Example 6, right? Example 6.
And I'm pretty sure it was applied to another.
Follow the same energy.
So. I don't know how that.
Yeah, it's obviously guilty.
Well, they tried to leave like single things.
Yeah, you can delete. I think it was like. Never clear, but. We've done things already used to.
You do?
Yeah, did you guys all clear the first 2 equations?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes.
With the.
Yes, the smooth going.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, good. Definitely gonna look kind of great.
Oh, we're doing that.
I think so.
What?
It's
like
nine.
Wait, so what, which
I see that.
Wait,
Oh, there, your points of intersection?
Intersection.
Minimum 3? On everything. X equals.
What? Oh, now Mr. Answer. That is awesome.
First curve
oh
question.
wait, I see.
Why does it like end and start?
When it's x equals 0,
That's it. X equals 0, that's one of them.
but it doesn't. It's asking is same.
So, again, discuss with your neighbor if you have trouble.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's because x is the denominator.
Is it 5.7 comma 4.9?
This is the x.
So.
No.
You don't have to do it.
This one math is easy.
You guys, you don't have to try.
I should.
How many solutions are you seeing on this?
2.
Oh.
I could.
Oh, I guess 3.
Wait, what?
Well, I think I was.
You guys should talk about this with everything.
It's like.
This is not really.
But,
Get it right.
yeah.
I get it right.
Right.
I don't even know.
Did you get that?
I got it.
So sorry for the people watching this, you kind of see this tiny little thing here.
I got it.
No.
Everything. So.
Might be. Honestly, I don't know. I'm struggling to figure it out. But.
Alright, I should not put two. Not to speak.
You got.
I'm gonna put these back.
5.78 negative 0.7. Did tell us. Did tell us.
Well, because you get 1/0, right? So that
I have no idea.
I know. It's all negative 4. You know, that's yeah, but like, oh, he's doing another way.
What?
Wait, how do I do that?
So why do you have 3 lines of writing?
Oh, because I'm just gonna show you. You can delete those first 2, it's fine. I kept the first equation.
It doesn't look very good. Not very.
One more.
So.
Okay, one more, sorry.
Okay.
Okay. First one. Okay,
Together.
so let's talk about this. Oh, whoa, that's super zoom. That's, okay, is that clear? That's definitely not clear.
You could like focus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I will. I think this will be good.
Looks a little blurry.
Okay, so you can see that what I've done is I've kept, does it make sense? I kept the first problem.
Oh, I did not.
But you don't have to keep the first, I imagine you cleared the first problem, which is perfectly fine. And I put the second problem in Y3 and Y4. And how many equations could actually hold? Do you know?
10,
Is it 10?
yeah.
100.
How do you know?
It ends at 9, and it goes 0.
Is there a 0 here?
All the way down.
100.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, it looks like we could hold 10, up to 10 equations at a time. Now, how many of these do I care about for this problem? I just care about 2 of them. I just care about 3 and 4. So if I were to graph this now, it'd look a little bit crazy because here, this is Y1. This is Y2. This is Y3, which is craziness. You're gonna graph those next year. And Y4. Okay, so first of all, I want to get rid of the junk here. So on this, what I'm gonna do, take a look. See that equal sign? I'm going to unhighlight it because I don't want to see it. I go to the equal sign and hit enter. So if I hit enter again, now it is, oops, I messed up. If I go on that, right now it's equal, highlighted. If I hit it again, it's no longer highlighted. So now when I graph them, you can see that Y1 is not graphed, Y2 is not graphed. It goes right to Y3, and there's Y4, which should look like what you have. Does it look like what you have on your graph? And we can see that there are 3 answers. Which ones do I want? All 3 of them. Yeah, why limit yourself? So to do that, I'm going to have to go to,
Second trace.
I have to calculate. So second trace, intersect. Now it's still asking which curves I want. Now my curves, I have 4 of them. Which ones do I care about?
Oh,
For this problem, yes, they are near and dear to my heart, yes. But for this problem, out of the 4 curves, I just care about 3 and 4. Does that make sense? I just care about right? Here's my list. I just want to see where these 2 intersect. So for me, I'm just going to select when I'm doing my calculate. Okay, first curve is going to be a Y3. It's up there. It's not choosing Y1 and Y2 because I already hit them. And hit enter.
Hold on, how did you get that?
Oh, calc. First curve, why is this? I should just be able to hit, first curve, enter, second curve, enter. Okay, so I just chose. It automatically goes to different curves. After you hit enter, it goes to the next one. And now for the guess, I'm gonna go close to that first point of intersection. Ah. Okay, so my first estimation. It wants 2 decimal places, so 6 point negative. I keep missing that negative. 0.8. The other ones have to do the same process.
Does it matter if it's like more to be the same? Cause I have 6.06.
It should be exactly the same. So make sure I think you might be like kind of cruising along the function. Make sure you're using the calculate, intersect, first curve, second curve, and then guess. I'm gonna go with this one. And what is this? What did you get for that second one? That middle?
So how are you going to?
But after I hit enter, it goes to guess.
Yeah, so then you move it until near it.
I got 0.06.
0.71, I think so. It's negative 0.71.
Whatever on my.
7.1.
So are we trying to find the intersection?
Yeah, on there.
I don't understand.
I could.
Best.
So
Yeah, I think you do the trace.
I have no idea how to do it.
Oh, I actually figured it out.
Like,
Shift trace.
Shift trace.
Yeah, I was second trace.
like how like grandparents feel.
Yeah, why do you use it?
I think it's
I'm not paying a lot of love to this, right?
I'm low I guess these.
A lot of hate, actually.
You guys are looking over here?
No.
Uh-oh.
I have no idea.
Uh-oh.
Just really, I've been doing this system.
One, two, yeah. One, two. Get there.
Not five.
Okay, I went like this.
Give me you guys did it. Perfect. Now you go here, then. So you want to do the middle?
I don't know what I'm trying to do.
You just find the next one. You found it, you did it.
That's it?
Yeah.
But this is a really weird number.
Yeah, don't worry about the one. I think about it.
But the X is also really weird.
Yeah, that's why you're running. That's 2000.
Oh, so this is, can we do the dog family?
Not this one. You're not this one.
Oh, we can do the dog family. So you don't say it wrong. I just couldn't understand. I'm like, it's the same one.
I think you're on trace. Did you calculate? Second.
It's.
You're already really close to it.
No, I got
That's-
2.01.
When it says intersect.
Oh, I found it.
Wait, so,
I was just like that. Oh, gosh.
so you go second trace, right?
Yeah.
There's seconds.
Second. Oh, and you care. What did you get? Yeah, because that's entering the website by two. That was just a guess at the bottom.
Oh, do we have to? Oh.
Yes, yeah.
Near the one that you're guessing.
This is
Two.
number 2, right? Wait.
X.
So like you're on number 2. Oh, yeah.
Is it split?
Yeah. 5.79.
Straight up. Chili, right?
So I go here, second, trace.
Did you 7.1 here or what you got? Was that your 7.1?
But from here, we're right here.
Well, do you want to do this one?
Yeah, so here, 5, 7. So,
Wait.
That's it? You're done with that?
yeah. So do I have to move this over?
For the other two, yeah. You have to do the same process for the others.
What do you mean?
The same process you did, but the guess.
So I don't have to change it.
Oh, yeah, you're, you have to start over.
Or we just.
Wait, how?
But like, sure.
Do change.
Yeah.
Then just, when you get to.
Why not? Well, we're just. Right.
Not like.
The blue is also.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's what I was. As this one? That one?
Yes.
Is on 0 to the next.
Like that.
Wait, for mine.
I hate that.
How do I get to Y?
That's one.
You don't have to. You have to find one. Oh, so the guess. Let's do it once we're here, once we're here.
I get over here.
So,
I'll do that last.
Do you have to, for guessing?
Oh, that's it. I just put on
right
Okay, folks, we're taking, I'm sorry, I'll get to you in a little bit. I'm gonna do the last one. And I know this is out there. This black curve is one curve. That's one curve. That's my Y4, I believe. No, that's my Y3. So I'm just gonna get this last one. If you're having any trouble, I just want you to follow along with what I'm doing. Or even if you're not having trouble, I just want to make sure that we're okay. If I'm getting this, I need to go to calculate. I can either scroll down or I could just hit 5. And if I just hit this 5 down here, it's going to select that, bam, immediately. Now it's saying, what do you want to find the intersection of? I just want, for mine, it's Y3 and Y4. And really, you just have to hit enter, because for you, you only have 2 curves on your register. Now, there are several different points of intersection, so it wants to know, which one do you want me to find? So to guess, you either move the cursor left or right. I'm gonna do this one, so I'm moving to the right until I get in the vicinity of that point. Now, I'm not gonna use this. I need to hit enter to actually guess, and this tells me 5.79. And that's what yours should say. So I'm looking for 5.79. I forgot to write down the other one. What was it? Negative, that was 1 point something. What was the second one?
Negative. Oh, point 7.1,
And then
comma, negative.
I don't want the Y's. Like the first one was negative 6.08. The second one, oh yeah, it is negative, isn't it? Negative, what did you say it is, Luke?
0.71.
0.7, that sounds right. Okay, that does correspond to what I have here. Okay, I'm gonna give us until 12:30 to iron out what we can.
Is it not 12:30? Wait, 12:30.
12:30, so just 2 minutes.
Right?
Yeah, so it's 2 minutes. Just over 2 minutes.
Up to your birthday, that's it. I'll draw a sketch.
Like ginger, I saw this.
Draw with pink.
Page here, John.
Are we starting, day 4?
Yeah, pretty four now.
Yeah.
I know we're finally getting there.
Are we gonna have a lot of word problems?
Not the majority, but there's gonna be word problems. It's less than that. Yeah, this is a pretty big part of geometry. Proofs are working. It seems like you have bad memories of proofs. Oh, you did? Oh.
They have bad word problems.
Oh no, I appreciate your honesty.
That's great.
Hopefully we'll work that out. Maybe this year will be better. Oh, if you borrowed a calculator from me, I do need it.
One, two, three, four, five.
That's me.
What'd you get? Negative 6.71. Negative 6.7. 5.7. The first level, the second one? Or there's the below? Either 3 levels. There's like 4 levels.
No.
James.
Are these loaners?
Wait,
Yeah.
so is our homework
Yeah.
gonna be, is our homework gonna be this?
I don't think any homework.
Wait, what's your reading then?
Yes.
For my broadcasting. Yeah.
What's the
5.7.
There's, oh, you did it second first, can't do it there. Yes, we're already there, so hit enter again.
Oh.
Who else did I let a cat?
Oh my god, that fire.
Thank you. So then let's have a loaner.
Miss William, right? Get my phone. Sure.
I'm not freezing.
Just see, I got your calculator.
Yes. I'm gonna send it down with you.
So no one else has a loaner, no one has a calculator that isn't theirs?
I do.
Okay. When you're done, just, you could put up there, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think I did some 12:30. I went a little bit over, excuse me. Okay, we actually have to do, have to make some headway into the packet. So 1.3 is models and application, otherwise known as word problems. Yay! Joseph is excited.
And
And you compare.
Look it up right now.
So example one. Now, a lot of these you could do it just kind of in your head, but none of them should be done in your head. You guys okay? Maybe no more dinosaurs.
No, we can.
No, that's the option.
Not really.
Yeah, maybe none of it. I don't want to be distracted. Okay, so your favorite electronics retailer is having a terrific sale on noise canceling wireless headphones. You'll finally be able to listen to music in peace. All right, after 40% price, 40%. That is nice. You purchase headphones for $192. That's some pricey headphones. What's the price of the headphones before reduction? Okay, for all of these, anytime you have a word problem, you have to define your variable. We do that with what's called a let statement. Does that sound familiar?
Yes.
We say let x equal. And you can use whatever variable you like. I normally use x. What do you think the x should be equal to? Original price. It's asking for what's the price of the headphones before reduction, so I'll say original price here. Okay, so now we have to synthesize this into math. We have to take the English and put it into math. After 40% price reduction, you purchase headphones for $192. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, we started with X minus 40% of the original price. How am I going to write that?
0.4.
Does this make sense? 0.4x?
Equals 192.
This is a 40% reduction. And this is equal to 192. Now, what does X even represent?
The original price.
Yeah, so we have the original price minus 40% of the original price equals $192. What's the next step?
Divide.
Almost. Subtract. Let's combine like terms. X minus 0.4x is 0.6x equals 192. How many of you would have been inclined to just go directly to 0.6x? Would it be reasonable to go directly here?
Yeah.
When something's 40% off, that means you are
60% of the price.
you're paying 60% of the price. So either way, it's fine. You can jump in right there. Of course, the next step is to
How did we get that?
divide 5.6. 1 minus 0.4? 0.6. And this is combining like terms. So we have
Yeah.
1 minus 0.4. Thank you for asking. X equal to 192 over 0.6.
326.6.
How did you know that? Yeah, this is pretty reasonable for a calculator. So this is 300 and what did you say?
326.67.
167. And is it 6 repeated?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Wait, I did it. So it's just 192 divided by 0.6, right? I did it on TI and I just got 320.
Yeah, we got 322.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. What else? What are you guys getting? 192 divided by 0.6?
Did it on text.
Getting 320.
326.66.
Yeah, it's 320.
320.
I'm getting 326.
That's very interesting. I'm not trusting calculators. I guess I gotta do this without.
Oh, no.
I got
Without.
326.20.
What do you mean what's that?
Without. That means not using a calculator.
It'll be 326.
Welcome to English.
It won't be 326.666666.
So I'm gonna do this a different way. 0.6, I'm gonna rewrite as
It's over time.
6/10 or 3/5. And I do want you to be able to do this, by the way. Does that make sense that 0.6 is the same thing as 3/5? Am I gonna solve this? Multiply both sides by 5/3.
Oh, it's not.
But how do you know
Do it on
it's
your-
wrong?
What's that?
How do you know that 320 is wrong?
I'm just hearing two different answers from the calculator, so I don't trust the calculator right now.
It's
Something's going on.
It's
I don't trust it.
326.
Oh,
Is
you're
it?
like on a test of like
two people did the exact same work and two people got different answers. Calculators issues. Yeah, the calculator needs to be right, so I need to see why that we're getting different answers. I just want to confirm here and see those who weren't getting it. I want to see why. Does 3 go into 192?
Yeah.
How do you know? Do you know the check to see if 3 goes into a number?
It goes into it.
No, it's actually 320.
It's 320.
It's 320.
320.
It's 320.
I don't know what you guys are talking
I'm sorry, I asked you a question. I want you to ask your neighbor, how do you check to see if 3 goes into a number?
Yeah, no.
So you check it.
You take the digits and add them. If 3 goes into the sum, then 3 goes into the number. What other number does that work for?
The last two, 9.
That works for 3 and 9 only. Don't try to do it for like 5 or something crazy like that. So 3 does go into 192, I think 63 times or 64 times.
It is 320.
And then 64 times 5 is $320. So I don't know what happened with the calculators there, but it's definitely 320. I verified it with my brain. Of course, it's a word problem, so you know that the answer has to be in what kind of form? Sentence form. And you could abbreviate as you like. Original price was $320. Make sure to include units. Any questions? Yeah, if you did not get the 320 on the calculator, I'm really curious about what happened, because I imagine it was user error.
I did like 3 times, got 326, and I literally just did it, got 320.
It must be in the twilight zone. Okay. Would you please try example 2?
Yeah. That's.
Oh.
That's the calculator.
This is the one you're using?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it like when I just did it, it's 320, but like square one.
No, it's definitely okay.
Oh.
For this, could we just do the reciprocal 70%? Yeah, sure.
196.
Oh, I put in 6 and, there we go.
Did you get it?
Yeah, 129.
Is it?
I'm sure about this.
Ready?
So we don't just do
Well, you're gonna regain that trust.
I know.
Oh, that's a good, so you match. That's good. Okay.
No, I think it was wrong.
Never trust a calculator.
After I see the 0.7.
The amount of money that's being taken on. Yeah. So that's behind the companies, which is.
So imagine you did let X equal original price. What's the equation that you used here? X minus 0.3x equals 90.3. And of course, that left side you could just write as 0.7x equals 90.3. And the solution is X equals
129.
129, you said?
This time we all got the same.
Are we good with that 129? Hope that's comfortable. And of course, you wrote your answer, or you would write your answer as
Dollars. Sentence.
a sentence.
Yes.
Is it important to write that? Is it important to write that sentence in your notes? Just be aware, you don't have to do more work than necessary in your notes. Yeah, Siri?
Is the let X equal whatever price, is that necessary?
Anytime there's a word problem, I want you to define your variable, so I know what it is. So thank you. Yes, I always want that. Including 17.4% hotel tax, your room in Chicago, that's random, costs $287.63 per night by the nightly cost before the tax was added. What should X be here?
Free tax.
Pre-tax cost of room price, pre-tax price
PTP.
of room. Okay, I'll let you finish this. Once you have an equation, check with your neighbor, make sure that they did the same thing.
Four.
Okay, I need an equation.
Oh, tax app.
What's the equation here?
With tax.
Oh, it's.
Wait, so I don't know. If I can do this.
What?
Is it?
Oh, we already have.
Would it be 1.174x?
Before that, though. Oh, you're correct.
Oh, wait, actually.
We're gonna start with X, and then what do we do to that? The pre-tax price? We add how much?
174.
174X equals 287.63. Did you have this? I hope that makes sense. This is the flavor of the problem. There's a price, we add on the tax, and that's the total cost. Of course, those two, when you add them together, you get 1.174x equals 287.63. Could we have started there?
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what.
You may start there if you like. That's keep the original. That's the 1 plus the tax. And that x is equal to, should we do this by hand?
No.
You sure?
I would love.
You seem pretty certain that you don't want to do this by hand.
I do it.
In honor of the new year, I will not do this one by hand. I will use a calculator. The Jewish street.
Yeah.
It's right at sundown.
19.
Yep.
Which equals
245.
245, exactly.
Yep.
That's nice. And your sentence would be
The original room cost you.
the cost of the room
Before tax.
without tax or pre-tax is $245. Any questions? Let's go ahead and sit up. please. And I can do example 4. I'm gonna let you do that for just kind of your own review, as we still have a lot to do today. It's a monster of a day. Example 5, a repair bill on a sailboat came to $2,356, including $825 for sales for parts and the remainder for labor. The cost of labor is $90 per hour. How many hours of labor did it take to repair the sailboat? Should we use X? Yeah, use any letter except what would be an odd letter to use for a variable? O would be really strange. He's a little awkward. Adam, let's use X. Okay, let X equal.
Labor per hour.
If you're not sure, take a look at the question. How many hours? So we're just to say X is the number of hours worked. Okay, so then we have to synthesize the rest, put it all into math. I'll give you a moment to see if you could put that together.
How do you know how much of the money was used for labor? Because it says for parts and labor.
Good question.
But
If only we knew how much it was for parts.
9. Oh,
so it came out to 23,560, but it says including 825 for parts and for remainder of labor. Gotcha.
so does X
There
equal
you go.
parts?
What does that mean?
Should we talk about it?
2. X
Not yet.
labor.
Because how do we know how much the parts cost?
Good question. Okay, but I hope it makes sense that parts plus labor equals
On 90.
2,000, I'm not gonna put the units in here, 2356, no?
Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah.
The bill is $2,356. What are they paying for? Parts and labor.
Yeah, but then it
Huh?
says
But then it says,
825 for parts.
and
So the parts cost $825, is that right?
yeah, but and labor.
Okay. Yeah, but the remainder is for labor, which means we need an expression for labor. Now, we know labor costs $90 an hour, so how can I write an expression algebraically?
That's why.
What's that?
2,056.
I need a variable in here. So if it's 1 hour, for labor it would be $90. For 2 hours, 180. For 10 hours, 900. But I'm not going to say it's any particular number of hours. It's just 90 times X. Isn't that what we're doing? We're trying to figure out how much is being charged for labor?
Well, I thought the A25 was, what was.
Yeah, that's-
labor and the-
Also, wording is awkward.
That's
Yeah,
not-
this is
that's
That's
all.
awkward.
Okay, yep. So if we interpret it this way, let's see if this makes sense. A repair bill on a sale bill came to 2,356, including 825 for parts. For parts and, oh yeah, maybe it needs a comma or something.
Yeah, it does.
Does it need a comma? Or just an understanding of how math could be a little bit awkwardly worded in English.
Cause this says 17 hours too.
Is that what it works out to be?
Yeah,
Is this an easy problem to solve?
yeah.
I hope so. It's just getting to this is the hard part. So 90x equals, what is that? Like, I don't know.
1531.
1531, thank you. Oh, divide both sides by 90. 1531. I'm trusting you. Are these numbers right?
Yes.
So x equals
17.
17.01. Interesting. 0.01, that's so awkward. I'm sorry, I need to check. We have too many calculator issues today. 2356 minus 825. Yep, 5031. Why they give us such an ugly number there? I don't know about that 0.1 bar, but
How many minutes? 0.1.
I don't know. Like 1 minute, maybe.
No, it can't be like that. It can't be. a
Six.
minute. That's
6 minutes.
Yeah, strange.
So it would not be 6 minutes because it,
10 seconds.
no, that'd be.
It'd be like,
0.01.
I think it's probably 53 seconds, I guess.
0.6 seconds.
Let's round and say that there's some monkey business, I'd say. A little bit of monkey business here with that little extra charge. Right? I don't appreciate that.
Another 17.
I prefer
Yeah.
like a flat rate.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is business here.
Yeah.
There's no fuzzy math in
I'm gonna
business.
pay someone for 17.01.
I'll give you
Right.
approximate.
Actually clocked in 12 seconds after that 17 hours. I don't think so. Weird. Okay. So the question was, how many hours of labor did it take? Yeah, so that is, it took,
17.
okay, I'll be true to this. It's like a smidge more than, a smidge more than
I like that.
17 hours. Or about 17 hours. Any questions? Oh, there's still one more thing to do. I already had this in the monster section. Let me make sure.
Yes.
Are we doing these today too? Yeah. Models, we still gotta continue.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 45 seconds to just kind of shake it out before we move on to this next thing. No dinosaurs. Crazy kids. No, you just start sharpening? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll allow that. Luke, are you sharpening your pencil too?
Yeah.
Luke, put the marker down.
No.
Okay, we gotta finish this up. I want you to be able to do your homework as a thing, folks.
I know.
I know. Right now, a formula is just the relationship between different variables. Like one thing you know is like the quadratic. Like, do you know the quadratic formula?
X equals negative b plus minus the square root.
All that.
Something.
You know Pythagorean's theorem?
Yeah.
I hope so. That's the kind of formula.
Square number.
This is, do you recognize what this formula is? Volume of a
No, pi r squared.
something
Volume of
circular.
cylinder.
Cylinder, yes. the
Will be
one.
height equals volume pi r squared.
And right now it's solved for V. And V is solved for volume. We want to solve it for H.
H equals pi r squared.
So we have to isolate the H. How do we do that? Inverse operations. We are going to divide by pi r squared, both sides. Which is equal to V over pi r squared. Done. Dun, dun.
That's all.
Yeah, we're done with that problem.
B equals 3b over H.
So let's try B. Oh, what's this the formula for?
Oh, it's for a triangle.
Has to do with triangles. Volume of
Pyramid.
pyramid. Is it a pyramid? Is it pyramid or?
Oh.
Oh,
What was I going?
Anything.
Base can be pi r squared or like what, yeah.
okay. So solving for B. What do I do with that 1/3? Multiply both sides by 3. 3V equals BH. Am I done? Still have to divide by H. And I do like to do the overs when I'm using these formulas. And it switch the sides, so I have, oops, B equals 3B over H. Any questions about that one? So many of these. Solve for L. Now, when you do L on your paper, please make sure you write it in cursive, right? This L instead of printed. It's going to turn into a 1.
What if I wrote like capital L?
Oh, that works. Okay. Yeah, as long as it's differentiating. Can you do it already? Solve for L.
B over 2 minus.
Check with the neighbor once you're done or stuck.
I'll get
Yes.
P over 2 minus W. P over 2.
James. What was it? Didn't get it.
Yeah.
No, I know, like
It's height equals velocity.
Should be.
Okay, step 1. What do we have to do?
GW.
I want to isolate that L.
Divide by 2.
You could, I'm not going to. I see this right here is kind of in the way.
Oh, you have to get that.
So I heard it. Subtract 2W. So it becomes P equals, oh, sorry, P minus 2W equals 2L. And now
Oh, you divide by 4.
divide by 2. And when you divide, please divide everything by 2 like this. Yes, Jasiri?
Would it be wrong to say negative 2W plus P over 2?
Say that one more time.
Would it be wrong for it, instead of doing P minus 2W, to do negative 2W plus B?
Oh, that's fine.
Why don't we start by dividing the whole thing by 2?
I just need to make sure that you're dividing. You can, honestly, you can. It's not bad to divide by 2. Just normally we move the terms over, but as long as you're doing completion, that's fine. So we're left at L equals, what's that? Oh, I thought we did. What do you mean?
I mean, I get it, but like, I don't.
We're using algebra to isolate particular ratios or values.
What's getting involved? That's what I don't understand.
There's no one.
Or I'm
It's L.
Here.
How is it getting involved? Well, we start with P equals 2L plus 2W. We just want that L to be isolated in the end. So really, right now we are a computer or robot. We just think, what do we need to do to isolate this right here? And since there are two terms, we're gonna move this term over by subtracting. That's why it's P minus two W equals two L. And robot, I just want that L to be alone, since it's two times L, divide by two. Divide by two, everything though.
Wait, what? So you
L
want it to
equals-
be all by itself?
What's that?
Did you just rewrite it?
I just rewrote it, yeah, I just explained it one more time. I'm just gonna do one more problem. And do E right here.
You have to cancel.
No,
P over two. Yeah, no, you could take out the two, then just have P over two.
Isolating P is difficult because there's two P's in a pod. Just on a paper. What's that?
DPP.
ZPP, oh, that's different two P's, but I like. So how am I gonna isolate P if there are two of them? I'm gonna use a little bit of algebra. Remember the gesture? I'll take the P,
P.
factor it out.
Gotta pull it out.
You have to. This becomes A equals P times
Plus RT.
1 plus RT. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And now that we just have a single P, you like that? Thank you. Now that I have a single P, what do?
A over plus RT equals P.
Just divide everything by 1 plus RT. Excuse me. 1 plus RT. Do you know what A divided by 1 plus RT is? It's just A over 1 plus RT. It can't simplify. Equals P. I do want to switch that side. So P equals A over 1 plus RT. That's the monster of a lesson today, folks. Great job. For those of you who celebrate, have a happy new year.
Shana Tova.
Tova, indeed.